Tasty Treats with Tracker. Today, we're making pocket stews. So in front of me, I have 2 pieces of tin foil. They are shiny side up. Shiny side, matte side. They're both shiny, but the shinier side. And I got some butter here. It's not really spreadable, but I put a lot on and it'll melt. But if you have spreadable butter or margarine, then you want to like create a whole layer of it. And then we're gonna pocket stew this place. So we got meat. We have ground beef. You can use like pre-cooked sausage or really any kind of meat in your pocket stew, but we got ground beef. And found the cheater's way. Whoosh. And then you want to make sure your meat is pretty spread out and flat, because this is going to be the hardest thing. The thing that's going to take the longest to cook. Reach. So meat fork. And then I'm gonna spice my meat with a lot, because let's be real. And then we have onions and potatoes and carrots. Those are classics. I mean, whatever you put in a stew, you could do celery. Just make sure you cut it all pretty thin, because it can take, if we've learned anything, cooking times in the recipes here are a lie. And it says 10 minutes each side, which maybe is true if you do it just right. Carrots. And Tracker loves potatoes. And it took a long time to cut them thin because it was annoying. If you make your pocket stew too big, you're also asking for trouble. So now, of course, this is very important. Mrs. Dash is like maybe the most important part of pocket stews. You don't agree? Okay, well. It's too bad. Okay. Now we've got everything in our pocket stew. We're going to fold it up. Nice and tight. Out. And then on the seam side, fold it up at the end. There's a lot of you. Some people will like write their name on it. But I'm a firm believer in just watching your pocket stew. You gotta watch it. And you can either put your pocket stew on top of the grate, or I prefer it in coals. In coals, you have to be careful. You have to wash a little more so it doesn't burn. But I like it in the coals. So, approximately 10 on each side. I like to rotate it as well. But, I don't know. We'll see later. It has been exactly 10 minutes. At the 5-minute mark, I rotated it like from this way to this way. But now I'm gonna flip it. And then I'll do it. I think it's gonna take longer than 20 minutes. I usually find that the squeezing test is a relatively good indicator and still feels pretty hard. But like, here's all the other people's. They're nice and flat, so they cook nice, and they're on the grate. Okay. Mine's been on for about half an hour now. It's sizzling, and it's kind of squishy, so we're going to check it. Just like Smackos, just right on a log, because it's very hot. Oh, it looks good. Look at that. My meat looks done. And Tracker likes this meal because guess what? I didn't make a single dish preparing it. This is the wrong arm, but I want this to. So now I'm going to let it cool off for a couple minutes. Then we're going to eat it. Now, If this happened to not be done, you just wrap it right back up and put it back on the fire. Mine is perfection. I need some of everything. It's very important. You can taste that, Mrs. Dash. This is Bran's pocket stew. Pancakes pocket stew. Bran's pocket stew. When I say he eats a lot, I really mean it.